Wait for it. And we're live. Bow, bang.
Bang bang.
All right. We got Q on, the
What's
man,
up?
the myth, the legend, amazing salesman. He doesn't travel all across the country, not like with the thumb in his ass like his brother. He
Yeah,
actually
definitely
like
not.
locks in, operates the companies. Bro, I think tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and then I want to talk about the Florida market.
Yeah, man. I got in here riding the coattails of my brother. He got in this game pretty early on. Ended up being the operator. After a good time of putting in effort, it was usually just me and him for like the first 5 years before we scaled. Now we run a whole team over here. We not only wholesale, fix and flip. We have a good rental portfolio of like creative finance deals subject to seller financing, and then now we acquire self storage facilities as well. So,
How long has that black guy been with you guys?
yeah, we actually just announced it yesterday. He's been with the company 6 years as of this month.
Bro, because I've seen him in both your stories for so long,
hmm
and
And
he's
then
been locking up deals forever.
Terry, in my office, the female, she'll be 6 years in October.
She's like a thinner lady.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep,
Both savages, both here, staring right
both
at me right now.
savages. I love it,
hmm
bro. What are you
Yeah.
guys spending on ads every year?
I mean, just PPC right now is like 25K a month, but then it's cold calling, it's PPL, it's mail. So it's like at least anywhere, depending on the month and year, 20 to 50K a month almost.
20. When I first met Alex, he said he was spending 60. He was like, "Yeah, bro, we're spending about 60 a month."
Yeah, it's bananas. We went a lot heavier in cold calling, obviously, because of our call center, and because we had our partnership with Lama Su, we got a better discount than most people.
Right? Are
So
you still? What's the mix? Like in a pie
yeah,
chart.
yeah. So as of this year, we're inbound heavy. So I would say PPC is probably about 50% of it, and then 20%, maybe 25% is cold calling, and the other 25% is mix of PPL and mail.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which one do you like the most? Obviously PPC. Which
PPC,
one would be second?
cold calling.
I don't like cold calling. I don't like how long it takes. What do you know what like your number metrics are to convert a lead?
Yeah, it's probably about 47 days from cash to close or from contract to close is our average lead. But to get it under contract is probably roughly, I would say like 28 days. But don't get me wrong, we have a lot that are front to back closes. Like we'll get a live transfer in, we'll close them immediately. But there's ones that, if we don't get it right away and it's hard to chase them, it's the you called me kind of people. It takes time to marinate. But then some of my favorite leads to look at are ones where we close it and I'm like, man, when did I convert this? And it's like, oh, this has been in my system for 428 days.
Yeah, those ones are still good.
So
And
I love them all.
Scott does a good job at Lamasu though, to where he's actually delivering really hot leads. With
Yeah,
cold
that's all we
calling,
use.
the biggest issue is getting them quality over to you because we
Correct.
got fucking. I'll look at it. We got like 250 leads in the last 2 weeks, cold calling wise.
hmm
I was like, just turn it on. Let's see how it is. And then now I have an acquisitions rep who's essentially just cold calling bullshit.
We,
And
we
that's the one thing you don't want.
we switched a little bit, man. We were big on like with Lamasu about like getting price motivations. Like, hey, they had to hit a certain metric before we talk to them. We actually just switched to actionability, which is as long as they have a high motivation and a need to sell within 60 days, we want to talk to it.
That's how I feel. Scott does a good job though in actually training people about motivation.
Correct.
I won't take motivation as relocation. I really don't.
Sure. Sure.
I think
It,
it's bullshit.
it's hit or miss. It's a learning curve, but for me, I need leads. My team's used to the Lamasu. That's a good thing about my team is, again, those two guys we talked about, they've been taking those leads for 6 years. So,
Yeah, they've been there
they're
forever.
broken in. Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can pull up. Where's our Lead Zolo account? All right, guys, this is brought to you by Lead Zolo. We are going to be on the phones calling their leads. Q is a master salesman. I've seen him work, so I'm excited for that. If you are watching this as I type in our Lead Zolo stuff, if you're watching this, drop a comment, tell us where you're from. And all we're going to do with this is we have, am I in the right account? I'm in the right account. We just go on Lead Zolo's marketplace and we're going to try and poach out a bunch of these Florida leads. And oh, bro, do you think the Florida market's crashing? For the last 6 months, I'm like 100% that thing it's down
I like
there.
to I like to tell everybody is, but I sell deals like hotcakes. I just sold a deal sight unseen literally this morning in Daytona. It depends. I think our buyers are like staying like sub 500 ARV They don't want fucking major rehabs. They want to stay relatively clean, simple projects. But no, dude, I mean, most of my inventory I sell is in Florida, mainly Central Florida. So I think you gotta get better deals. You got to revet your buyers. You got to make sure they're still buying at what new rates. A lot of them are taking into consideration longer holding costs and paying seller concessions. So instead of paying like realtor commissions and everything, they're taking off an extra 3% off the ARV to build cushion. But you just got to know your buyers, know what they want. Because you got to remember, like, even if the market's bad, a flipper's job is to flip. He's not going to go do a 9 to 5. He's still got to.
Exactly. He's still got to go flip.
Yeah.
What are you seeing with your novations?
Everybody hates the retail market, but again, I'm very aggressive on novations and I price it accordingly. I look at pending sales. I look at my competition. I don't care if my house is the nicest house in the neighborhood. If my house is worth 450 and there's a house listed for 425, I'm going to list it at 410. I don't care if mine's nicer.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like just undercut the market and get it off the books and move on.
I did one in Castleberry, which is a little bit north of Orlando. Sold it 5 days on market, full price.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just got to be super aggressive. Again, got to know your market. I don't do any novations that are rehab heavy. I don't really do any work. All I do is a junk out and a maid service listed on the market and then pretty much repair credits on the HUD.
That's how I feel. What I want to do with novations is I can do maybe a little bit of like cleaning their yard, a junk out, and there's nothing else. Do I hear some people like going all in on it, and I just don't like it. And if you aren't used to the market, it's such an easy way to burn $20,000.
Facts. Yeah, I don't take that risk ever. Even in a good market, I wouldn't do that. That's not my style. It's awesome. I'm easy peasy. I don't want to deal with stress. I did one novation where I replaced a septic tank, and that deal almost went sideways. And I was like, and that's why I don't do shit like that.
So are the majority of your novations vacant?
Probably say about 90% of them, yeah. Or the other 10%, I don't do anything with tenants. Owner occupied is like the other 10%.
Those owner occupied ones for me, I feel like are just too messy.
The only reason I feel like they'd be messy is because it's always, I got to make sure they have a place lined up. Like I have one in Deltona. We listed it. The lady's like, I'm ready to go. So again, full price offer, first day on market in Deltona, Florida. We told her we're going to accept the offer. Can you move out a little bit earlier? She's like, no problem. We had to find her another house, but she didn't tell us. She told us she has something lined up. Got her credit report back. She has a 525 credit score.
So you can't find her another house.
We're temporarily off market right now, and our realtors are working with her to try to either find something for rent or go to like a 55 and up mobile home community. So, but again, full price offer on the market, but because she lives in the house, older woman, bad credit, it's gonna be a little tougher.
And what does your guys' novation pitch sound like? Then we'll hop in and start calling some of these leads.
It's an exit pitch, so we're cash heavy. I don't care what they owe or what it is. We go cash heavy. Once they deny cash, get them lower on their asking price, and then we kind of just treat it as like a qualification. Like, hey, Strat, there might be another opportunity that we can get you closer to that price you want, but it might take a little longer to sell. Would you be opposed to having a longer close date? Well, no. Okay, cool. And we kind of just put like no, yes questions. And then it's like, hey, would it be crazy if like, we put it on the market, found you some other buyers to make sure that we achieve that higher purchase price? No, I don't think that's crazy at all. All right, cool. Well, let me go back to my back office. We're like 1 out of 100 deals qualify for this. But if I can get it approved, is this something you would like to learn more about? Sure. And then we go back, give them a novation process offer, and then we take them through the process.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And then out of all of your leads, I'd be interested to hear this. And for you guys who you don't know, Anthony and Alex run like one of the best wholesale operations I know of in the country. They just don't talk about it a lot. What out of all your leads, does every lead get an offer?
Yeah, I'm big on that, man. I used to teach talk time like 3 or 4 years ago. Now stepping away from that, it's all about the amount of offers you make. Everything's got to get an offer. I don't care if they listed it yesterday with a realtor, make the offer. I don't care if they're going to tell you to screw off and write me a bad review. Everybody gets an offer all day.
So let's say those 2 reps who've been with you forever, they're on the phone, they get a so-so lead. Do they take a 20-minute call and give them an offer, or are they like, hey, I know within 5 minutes whether or not we need to do something? And
they'll know within 5 to 10 minutes about the motivation of the seller, so they might speed up the pitch a little bit. We try not to cut too many corners. They're just trying to gauge some level of motivation. And again, if the guy's like, well, it's cash, you called me and not really interested, maybe I sell for the right price, we'll make them an offer. They'll run a quick analysis on the comps. We'll go super heavy low on the price. Like I'll shoot like 40% of the ARV just to give him an offer, and hopefully he calls back.
Really? And
Yeah, I
so
mean,
it's no matter what, to where we're at, whenever I see our numbers drop, it's because our offers dropped.
oh, 100%. And don't get me wrong, we've had slow days. And again, my team isn't perfect. They'll make mistakes and not submit an offer sometimes. But the whole point is to make an offer. Like people who go direct to agent to avoid talking to sellers, they make low offers. Like just making the whole game is to make an offer. Like I know that seller's not going to take it right away, but I know that nobody else is making the offer. So eventually they will come back. Like even on Investor Lift, bro, I made an offer on Investor Lift, 50K less than the price. The kid called me back. He's like, hey, can you do the 200 if I get a reduction? I'm like,
Yes.
yeah. But every flipper is like looking at the deal and is like, I'm not gonna make an offer, not gonna make an offer. Like there's so much power in just asking for something. Like that's like what I teach the most, like ask. Making an offer is asking. I will buy this for X and just watch things deliver.
Okay. Because my biggest thing, we get so many leads because sometimes we only have one other rep, and we'll get 15 to 50 cold call leads a day
Sure.
on top of, call it, 10 to 15 PPL leads.
Mhm.
You just can't get to all those people.
You can't. Now the goal
I
is
need to
to make
hire on one more person, obviously.
yeah. But the goal is to make really an offer. Like if you're going to have a conversation and they're not motivated, I wouldn't want to just terminate it. Cause for me, and my mindset for them is like, you're already on the call. Like if you can at least get an offer, maybe the guy's not nice. Maybe he's rushing you on the phone. Maybe it's not the perfect pitch, but let's try to make an offer. Like we're in markets that I know very well. I'm not big on nationwide anymore. So like the markets we're attacking, like I know the numbers and I know what my team can offer. So
Yeah, I think that's another big thing too. We operate in Florida, Texas, and California primarily.
yeah.
We have a bunch of other stuff come in, but I think nationwide, RJ Bates says it's amazing. I think it's terrible. I think you have no confidence on the phone when you're like looking at something, and
Yeah.
confidence when you're on the phone in the
Mhm.
sales process, I think is 70% of it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I used to probably agree with that back in the day with RJ Bates when everybody was buying everything really quickly. In today's market, I want to be the local guy. That's one of my goals for this year. Is I want to be the guy in Orlando. So,
Okay. And do you guys get a bunch of deals sent to you because you and Alex buy?
bro, so many deals. Like it's insane. Like I mean, we're very like active in the community, so we go to a lot of local meetups. Even there's meetups I go to, people see me in the crowd and they're like, if you guys want to sell a deal or let them dispo it, Anthony in the back is the one that's doing it, which is what I love because everybody knows who I am in this community, which
I love
makes
that,
me
bro.
extra money.
That's what's been good for us.
Yeah.
With the Deal Champ stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then talk about your program real quick while I get this lead solo pulled up.
Yeah, man. It happened on accident. We do offer a community. It's literally only $200 a month. I'm not in the business of, taking people's money and doing mentorships or anything like that. It allows me to do it as a community. I will say like 80% of my guys are in Central Florida. I don't believe in competitions, oversaturated, any of that nonsense. But I teach you guys how to wholesale, what I'm using, my current structure. I show you deals. I literally give you the in and out, my contracts, my playbook, my scripts, teach you how to do subject twos. I'll help you call sellers for like $200 a month. I also keep people accountable. So there's days where we'll go on our Zoom calls and do like accountability hot seats like they do in like boardroom. And I analyze people, businesses, what's going wrong, how they can fix it. I'm big on KPIs in that group. So if you guys don't know KPIs, I'm going to hound you for KPIs because you can't scale a business without it. And then, it's called Wholesaler Wealth. And again, $199 a month.
All right. Which county is the best one right here? Can you see my screen?
Yes. Volusia County, Brevard. Both of those are fire.
All right. Let's see. This one came in an hour ago. Shout out lead Zolo. This lead comes in. We automatically have the system automatically calls it. We've set up.
Nice.
Now we have, what CRM do you use?
We have a custom CRM, so it's called Lamasu CRM. We don't sell it. We don't advertise it. It's just fully custom built out for us.
I love that, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Scott.
Yeah, shout out Scott.
All right. So this is Christine Har. Let me give her a call real quick.
I don't see. Do you have like a profile we look at, or you just gonna call her?
I'll call her. I'll pull it up real quick. So you just go to Marketplace. Leads. Right here. Horseshoe Road.
Bang, bang. Get an extra window up here.
Hello.
Hi, Christine. This is Stratton. It looks like you reached out to us about this property off Horseshoe Road. Were you still interested in selling it?
Yes, we are.
Great. You got like 5, 15 minutes just to tell me a little bit about it?
Sure.
Great. And how much were you guys hoping to walk away with when you sold this one?
To walk. Well, cash offer, $750 would give me what I want and pay it off.
Okay. When you say what you want, were you planning on doing something with it? With the cash
I'm
afterwards?
buy another property. I'm moving and buying another property.
Okay, I see.
Paying off some debt, putting a down payment on another property.
I see. Okay. Can I just share with you typically how these calls go with our clients?
Okay.
Great. So everybody wants to know how much we can get them, what our process looks like, and how long our process takes. Am I missing anything?
No.
Great. And just in order for me to figure out whether or not we can help you out or not, I'm going to have to ask you a bunch of questions like I have been. Some of them may have come across as personal. Is that okay?
Okay.
Great. And then at the end of it, my entire goal is just to help you reach your goals. If that's with us, awesome. If it's not with us, I'd just be like, hey, this is probably the best direction for you to go. No big deal. But if at any point in time you feel like we're not a good fit, I just want you to feel comfortable letting me know. Likewise, I'll do the same.
Okay.
But if we can come to terms on price and everything else that's important to you, would you be able to commit to working with us?
Sure.
Great. And then could I just share with you my biggest fear?
Okay.
You sound like an amazingly kind woman. And the nicest people we deal with every day, they don't want to hurt our feelings and they feel more comfortable telling us they need to think it over instead of just telling us no. I promise
No,
you.
I have no issues hurting your feelings and saying, no, this isn't going to work. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Awesome. Thank you so
This
much.
is not about a friendship. This is about business.
That's what I like to hear. And so, how long have you been thinking about selling this one?
Probably about 6 months or so.
Okay, about 6 months. What was like the straw that broke the camel's back that had you decide to start reaching out to people?
We just decided that we want to, like I said, have some more land and move. And our oldest that is at home has received a diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder and sensory integrated disorder, and we want to get on some land and get him away from this and have a better life.
I see.
Have a different life.
How old is your son?
He will be 8 in December.
I have a 7-year-old who was just diagnosed with autism, so I get it.
Yeah. And then we also have a 5-year-old who will be 6 in October.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so you just want more land for them to be able to move around and do their thing?
Yep.
Okay. And how long have you owned this place?
Almost 3 years. 3 years this December.
Almost 3 years. Okay. And have you done any major or minor remodeling to it?
No, not really. I mean, we've cleaned it up, painted, made some minor repairs, but nothing that's huge. We replaced the hot water heater, the double oven, the cooktop stove, the washer, the dryer, the dishwasher.
Okay. Can we just do a quick little walkthrough through the house?
Sure.
What type of flooring would you say there is?
The downstairs has all tile. The 2 bedrooms that are downstairs and the butler's pantry have tile that looks like wood. The bathroom downstairs has ceramic tile, and then the rest of it, I believe it's, I think they call it travertine tile, but it's all tile. It's all hardwoods throughout the whole house. And the upstairs is all wood.
Okay. And ma'am, what was the reason you guys just didn't decide to list this one with a realtor?
I haven't decided not to list it with a realtor. I have a realtor that I'll use if I decide to do that. But if I can sell it for cash and be done and over with, then I'm done.
Okay.
And I don't have to deal with showings and all of that crap. Like I said, I have 2 boys, and so if I don't have to deal with, going through people coming through my house, that's a lot easier.
Yeah. I mean, can I be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm looking, I think the house's main value, like after repair value, it sounds like you guys haven't had a whole lot of wear and tear, would be between like 625 and 650. And that's if you threw it up on the market right now with the realtor.
No. This where we live is Stone Island. It's a desirable community. This house has one of the largest lots on the island. Right next to me, the same lot that I have has 2 houses on it. It has a pool that's 8 foot deep. They don't do 8-foot pools anymore. And when Ian hit and over, I think it was 30 or 60 houses on the island flooded, this one didn't get water.
Okay. And I get that. Just with that being said, if with our team valuing into that, we'd want to be somewhere in the 4s or 5s. If that doesn't work for you, that's completely okay.
Absolutely not. That won't even pay off the mortgage.
Oh, I get that. And that happens. But I honestly, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you guys can find that dream home. Thank you so much. You too.
Crazy lady.
It is what it is. And with those ones, that's how long I'd really like to take it. Is like about those 5 minutes, call it out, see if we can find any pain, and then we can just kind of move on. And you can still hit them with some type of ballpark numbers.
Yeah.
I want to know how you feel about this. I don't like giving solid numbers if we are not taking them through the whole sales process. I want to give them a ballpark.
Yeah.
So that way it just leaves optionality.
Yeah, and for that lady, like even like suggesting the ARV to her, and she was like, "No way, like that wouldn't be lower than my mortgage." Is I would tell her like, "Hey, like I'm typically an investment company. Like for us to buy a deal like this, even though it's beautiful, you see the shows, right? Like we're gonna have to put in work into the house, regardless if it's nice. We just got to make it look ordinary. We got to make it look like every other new build house that's out there, the new constructions. So you can imagine that investors like me, and maybe you've gotten some investor offers before, we're gonna be a heck of a lot less." And she's like, "Yeah, I know. I've talked to some investors. Cool. So ideally for a property like this, really want to be around like 400,000. And she's like, "I'd never take that." And then she did say that her entire their mortgage, she probably has little to no equity. Maybe
we've been running across a lot of no equity leads lately.
Bro, I'd take those down. I just bought a sub 2 in Clearmont, 0 down from a seller. I got another one in North Carolina, 0 down to the seller. Another one in Unionville, North Carolina, $5K to the seller. And another one in Lillington, North Carolina for $15K to the seller. All of them at 3.5% or less.
So we've been getting a lot of them. If you bought it halfway on the second half of 2022 on, you essentially can't do anything with that house. The interest rates don't make sense. That's what we've been getting a lot of.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Now, if they're newer construction, I do
easy. That's an easy entry fee right there.
I'd be willing to hold and lose a couple $100 if I have to. So.
Yeah, I don't like wholesaling sub 2 stuff.
Me neither.
I just don't want to deal with the bullshit because like they're not gonna call the dipshit who bought it from me. They're gonna fucking call me when
for sure.
That dipshit doesn't make a payment or something else happens or they need to like, hey, how do I get this off my reports?
Correct.
And so I don't believe in offering like unless it was selling it to you. Like I think I've texted you guys on some stuff. I know that you guys can perform, but like there's probably 5 people in the country who I know I could, hey bro, here's the numbers. Do you want this? Sweet, shoot me 10 grand. And then I'd probably give the paperwork to you. Yeah. I wouldn't even assign it. It's cleaner that way.
Correct. Yeah. Even people in Orlando, they know I'm the creative finance buyer. So that helps. Yeah. It's too scary to be involved. I don't want to be responsible for messing up someone's credit because I wholesale the deal.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. All right. Let's move on to the next one. But Rudy, that's why I didn't do a creative offer. I guess I shouldn't guess that person's motivation, but if they're telling me they're trying to relocate and she wants $700,000, that's telling me that she needs cash and $100,000 cash, I don't want to do, I'm just like, I don't want to do the extra effort to check the rents in the area and check the interest rate to see if it makes sense.
Yeah, she is on Stone Island, which is a nicer area. She is a little bit crazy on price, but the rent's going to be nowhere near what that mortgage payment is probably like. She bought it at 622, 2022, probably
Like, come on.
5.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to cash flow.
No cash flow there. All right, let's get to this. So that was one lead. Solid lead. How would you grade that call, Q?
Good. I think we have different intro styles, but overall good. You got pain, you got motivation a little bit out of her. You got her to talk about her kid. And I enjoyed it. It was very good.
All right, here's your lead.
Guess I should get ready, huh?
Let's see, it should pop up right now. Oh, here it is. Julie Johnson, Palm Bay, 4050 Topeka Road.
What is that? 223 5978. All right, let's give her a call. What's your name? Julie Johnson, huh? All right, let's call her. You can hear my phone, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Welcome to the voicemail.
3, 2.
Let's call her again. You go back-to-back dials? Is that your style?
Do a triple.
I'm a triple guy, too.
I'm a triple. I like triple more.
Come on, Julie.
Welcome to the voicemail.
God damn it.
Hit her with one more. Hit her with one more.
Welcome
leave
to the
voicemails?
voicemail.
3,
Always.
2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 9, 7, 8.
Is not available. Please leave your message after the tone. After you have finished your message,
God,
just
Jesus.
hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Hey, Julie, this is Anthony. I'm calling about your property on Topeka. I got an online request from you. Looks like you might be facing a foreclosure soon. Give me a call back when you get a chance. Thanks. Have a good day.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, anything that's anything inbound, I leave messages. On cold calling leads, I just use my name and just say, hey, this is Anthony, call me back.
Okay. I don't really like leaving voicemails. We have so many drips that go out to where like
I drip them too, man. I just, because we're triple dial, like my ideal thing is to like call twice, send a text, say, hey, it's Anthony.
Same.
I'm using my cell phone, and then call again. But then after that, like I want to leave a purposeful voicemail because on their phone, they're going to see 3 messages, a text, and I want to leave the voicemail.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. You might be changing my opinion on that. All right, here's another one of Marion.
This is Ocala. Okay.
Ocala's kind of tough right now, bro.
It is tough. Oh, man, I forgot to hang up on that lady. She just heard me say a pitch. Check this motherfucker.
All right, this is actually in Ocala, so that's good.
Okay.
Another foreclosure. Poor condition. Let's fucking go. This is Lorraine.
7 3. I'm fucking blind. 3 6 4 4 8. And this, what the hell is that? 14. Just pull this up real quick. 14 3 3 4. Southwest. 39th. All right, let's call her. What's her name? Lorraine?
Lorraine.
Please leave your message.
Oh, don't do that, Lorraine. Man, this house is a shithole too.
Oh my god, bro. This
It's my
is
favorite
fucking
thing.
money.
Well, it sounds like we got past the do not disturb, so.
leave your message for.
Let's keep going.
Shoot her that text, bro. This is a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot her a text after this one.
Oh, and there's tons of comps too. These ones are the best.
Please leave your message.
Oh, I thought I had her. I sent a text. No iPhone.
I think ARV is probably 160 to 150.
Sounds right. Is it actually 2,700 square foot? Did you look at that? There's no way.
No, bro. It's fucking 1,300 square feet.
I was gonna say. Come on, Lorraine.
Please leave your message for 35273433648.
Hey, Lorraine. This is Anthony over at Quick Cash Offer. I got your online request that I guess you're looking to sell a property on 39th Terrace. Looks like you might be facing foreclosure. Give me a call back when you get a chance. Thanks.
Okay, let's get you on the phone with someone. Let's see.
Yeah, baby. Even if you want to do a different market, whatever, we'll rock and roll.
All right. I mean, that one hurts because that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That one's a good one, bro.
That's a good one.
Poor condition. Foreclosure. It looked like there's a lot of equity too.
Oh, there had to be for sure. If everybody that's on here is paying attention and listening, that first call literally went to voicemail, and then the next two rang. So, next three.
Yeah.
That's the most important part. Is that people just give up.
You can't. Do we want Indian River?
Yeah, maybe you can call for the hell of it. I don't care.
All right. The way I usually do this is you keep going till you get an actual call.
Okay. Let's roll.
Oh, how? Fuck.
Dong me. Okay. I can't wait to say that one on the phone.
Tired landlord, tenant occupied. Excellent condition.
Excellent condition. 1431 Lilies. 1431.
And we always have like ours CRM calls us directly when a lead comes in, so we can just connect.
Oh, nice, nice.
It's pretty nifty. Some
$900,000 ARV.
Oh, that's what I love to hear.
Damn, this house is super nice. What's his name?
Dong me or May. Damn.
Please leave your message for.
He ignored that call. Only rang 3 times. It's from Jersey.
Oh, bro, this is a banger of a house.
Yeah.
Please leave your message for.
He's blocking me. Only rang once that time.
Oh, bro.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Dongbean, this is Anthony over at Quick Cash Offer, man. I got your online submission that I guess you're looking to sell Lily's K Circle. Super nice property. Curious where you want to sell it. It looks like you got some tenants moving out. Give me a call back to get an offer on this, and appreciate your time. No go. Over 3.
Bro, 0 for 3. I I get excited about these high price point ones because I know if it is a good one, I can make a fuck ton of money.
Facts.
That's what excites. Even if it is a nice one, you never know.
Cody's
Yo,
boxing
Strat,
around in the chat.
put a
Okay.
statewide bid on in Florida. All right, let's walk. Let me see. Share this tab instead. Bids. New bid. State. Florida. This is. I love this. Cody, what should we put the bid at? What do I need to put the bid at for us to get some leads? Let's wait for him to respond.
What up, Cody?
What do we need to be at on the bid wise so we could get something going? He texted me saying we can't show the email and phone number. 150. All right.
You should put it in the chat with me then.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the chat.
Damn, Cody ruining all the fun. Just trying to get some free leads, Cody.
All right. While we're waiting, let's see here. What's the next area we want to go after? North Carolina?
Yeah, it's on me.
Are there as many good spots in North Carolina?
I kind of run the triangle: Fayetteville, Raleigh, Charlotte, and then pretty much everything in between: Greensboro, Asheboro. That sub 2 deal we got was like in Lillington, North Carolina. We got one in Monroe. We closed on today. I actually just bought a deal we're gonna do into a pad split on in Gastonia.
Bro, are you a big fan of the pad split stuff? Like, I get it.
That's all we do. That's all we do now. That's the goal. Unless it's a home run subject to deal that we can shove a long-term tenant in. Dude, everything we run is on pad split. The one I got sub 2 in Claremont, higher interest rate. That was at like almost 4.9%. Payments $2,900 a month. It was already a 6.3, big 2-story house. We're gonna turn it into an 8.3. It should bring in on the low end like 6,500, but we're expecting probably close to 8,000.
Damn.
So I mean, people hate it. We actually run through pad split, so they do a lot of the heavier lifting for us, and we just go that way. Yeah, but I mean, for a deal, I'm paying 2,900, and I can make maybe 3-4K net. I'll take that any day.
And they handle the property management of it all and everything?
We still know. I still run the property management. They help with all the tenants and the screenings. So that's what we like. So like they find all the tenants because also like a membership program. So it's not like a typical eviction. Like there's guys who run pad splits themselves, and then they have like, hey man, I have to evict this guy. I'm going through an eviction. Pad split's like a membership revoking. So there's like no like
That's
true, like,
nifty.
you just get out.
That's fucking nifty right there, bro.
Yeah. So locks get changed. You're out. Your membership's expired.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Cody says we're doxing people. We're not doxing people, guys. We're just
Nobody call Ocala. That's mine. I promise you I'll lock that up.
All right. Back on the marketplace. I hate Alabama.
Yeah, Talladega sucks too. Escambia, Alabama. Is that Pensacola? Is it supposed to be Pensacola?
Madison, Illinois population.
I'd be interested in that Escambia one if it's actually Florida, and I don't think there's an Escambia County, Alabama, but Pensacola is right next to Alabama.
Escambia, Alabama.
There is no Escambia, Alabama. There's an Escambia, Pensacola, which is right below Alabama, the state line. Let me Google that actually before I say shit out of my ass.
Able Marie, Virginia.
No, there is an Escambia. Yeah, do not call that. I was gonna say I love Pensacola.
Able Marie, Virginia. That one has 100,000 people. Let's fucking get after that one. That's a good one. All right. While I send Q this so we don't dox some people.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing that.
There we go. Jerry. Nope. Who is this? Domingo, Christine Har, Andrew Welsh. Where's our chat?
Bang. He just bought it 2022.
Yeah, those are the ones that kill me, bro. The 20. If you just bought it,
It's tough.
it's tough.
I almost said the phone number out loud. That's the wrong phone number. You can
Is
say
it?
it's in numerical order.
2, 3, 4. Oh.
I typed it
Oh.
in. I was like, man, this is a nice phone number.
Oh, but Lead Zolo provides a skip traced phone number.
Yeah.
So here we go. Shout out Lead Zolo for that one though. Oh shit, my dumbass. Wrong chat. There we go. Hopefully no one saw that. All right, there you go, bro. Let me get our banner back up.
Can you put it? Did you put his name in there?
Andrew.
Andrew. There it is.
What's your team's working hours?
9 to 6 p.m. It's 5:45 right now.
Do they take a lunch?
Yeah. Most of them eat at their desk.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person
And how many reps do you have? 4?
Right now, I have 4 closers, 1 dispo, 2 TCs.
Do you have people in South Africa following up with people?
No. My everybody's in house. My dispo guy's in Colombia in our Lamasu office, but everybody else is in house.
So all the.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Welch.
Yes?
Hey, Miss Welch. My name's Anthony. I just got an online request. I guess you guys are looking to sell your property in Virginia on Alberta Drive.
No, not at all. Thank you.
No, Andrew didn't put the submission in or anything like that. I just got it. You fucking bitch. Well, she's gonna be mad at her husband.
Actually, you didn't know they're getting divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cody said the number is on the DNC. For me, I personally do not care if someone's on the DNC.
I do not care either, and I've been sued.
We've handled multiple lawsuits when we owned Call Magicians of going to war over DNC stuff. We've won some, we've lost some. Now, according to Scott, I haven't done any like deep dive research.
Mhm.
It'll be very, very hard for someone to sue you for them being on the DNC.
I just paid. I settled at 22,000 like 2 months ago. Before this
Really?
whole DNC died. Oh, someone's calling me back. Let's see if this is one of the leads. I think this is one of them. Can you pull up the Ocala one?
Okay.
Good evening. This is Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. Sorry I missed your call.
Hey, I'm sorry. I called a couple people. Who is this again?
My name's Joe Fringo. You probably called the phone for my wife, Lorraine.
Lorraine. Yes, this is the property in Ocala, right?
Yes,
How you doing, sir? I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Joe.
Gil, pleasure to meet you. Yeah, Gil, we were reaching out to you. We got an online submission. I guess you or your wife submitted it about that property in Ocala, correct? Hello, Gil. You still there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Can you kind of catch me up to speed on what's going on with this property? I see here you guys are maybe facing some foreclosure or.
Yeah, she got the house through inheritance.
Oh.
Her mama passed, and we decided to move into the house. And then the hurricanes came the last couple of years, and the insurance company that the mortgage company supplied, because the roof at that time nobody would insure us.
Mm.
So the insurance company that they hired sent an adjuster out, claimed adjuster, and said, no, this is all previous damage. Then he came back again after the next hurricane, said the same thing. And then the third one, they sent the same adjuster back 3 times, said the same thing.
Wow.
I mean, I replaced, and I got trees that were down in the back, windows broke. I ended up having to put new windows in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the broken windows. We put new windows in.
Gotcha.
Already.
And
So,
Gil,
but the roof needs to be replaced. So they decided to take one company come out here to take care of business, and they ended up taking the insurance company to court. The court only allows like $7,000. Insurance company said that's all after the lawyer takes his money, blah blah blah. So they're on $7,000, and the guy said, "Well, no, we can't do it for $7,000." So, which is understandable. I mean, big companies like that, but see, I do construction work. My buddies could knock it out. Just have to have the money to get her done. But the wife decided at that point there that she wants to get rid of the house.
Gotcha.
So that's why I got online and
Okay.
filled out some what do you call it? Anyway,
Gotcha.
text messages to different companies that was out there to see what they'd be interested in offering us for the house.
Okay, gotcha. And then is Gil, is Lorraine around right now, or?
Yeah, yes, sir. She's actually. I mean, she should be back here probably about 15 minutes or so.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, we'll take you through the process here. And kind of before I kind of introduce myself a little bit here, Gil, to see if I can maybe even help you out here. What's going on with the other investors? Have you gotten any good feedback on the property, or?
We got one call back with an offer of 149 for it.
Okay.
Another one is called, like I just sent out the information last couple of days, and I got my pad in the bedroom with the other name of the company. Her name's Abby,
Okay.
and she's supposed to crunch her numbers and give me a call back. So I'm being honest with her. I told her, I'm just put out a bunch of feelers to find out who has the best offer, and
Sure.
take it from there. And I explained to her, I said, during the second storm that came through, it totally, and I was over in Bahamas working at that time. I do concrete work. I was working at the Grand Bahamas
Beautiful.
on a resort, and the whole back room was destroyed.
Wow.
But the concrete pad's still there. It's a 14 by 32.4. That is structure, either block or frame to add square footage to the actual living of the house. And there's a carport.
I'm seeing an ARV of like 240 or 225.
Single car garage, and the garage portion could be added to the living space of the home, a master suite or something. But anyhow, that's all this extra room that
Gotcha.
can be done with the home.
Okay. Well, Gil, you've obviously talked to a lot of people. Is there something about like the offer or anything that you didn't like, and why you haven't gone with anybody yet?
Well, I just got the one today.
Okay.
Like I said, and I just put out some feelers. So,
Okay.
I mean, whoever comes up with the best offer, I'm sure my wife, that's the one she's going to go with, to be honest with you.
Gotcha. How long have you and Lorraine been married?
Let's see. We've been together 28 years.
28 years. Okay. You got me beat. I just hit my 7th anniversary with my wife.
I got you. Cool.
I'm sure you know your wife very well. It sounds like you guys maybe had a dinner discussion on this house. What do you guys need to help you guys transition?
Well, whatever, I'll be honest with you, whatever the highest amount we can get for it is what we'll go for. I mean, truthfully, it'd be nice to get up around 160, 175 would be awesome.
160, 175. Okay, gotcha. And that's in the current condition, like with the roof and everything about the property?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, Gil, just to kind of reverse a little bit back here, I'm a Florida boy through and through, born and raised in Orlando. So we're right here in your backyard. Okay. I own a couple rentals out in Ocala myself. I want to kind of get a better idea of what exactly the timeline for you and Lorraine is, and kind of see if I can be a good asset and a resource for you. My main goal, Gil, when I work with homeowners who live in the property, you do reside in the home still, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My biggest goal, boss, is I'll try to get you an offer that makes sense for both of us. But What does the next step even look like if you even took an offer today?
Well, we'd be asking for probably won't be more than 2 weeks to get everything shaped up and out of here.
Okay.
For us to get out, we've already checked into a place for us to get out to get started over in Daytona. So, and my Social Security covers the whole month's fee there. So, I mean, which is a good thing. So I'm good there. So
okay.
we could be out, any time period, August,
Okay.
August would probably be the goal. August 1st would be a goal to get out. You know, if everything goes right with the numbers.
Nice, man.
That's
Okay.
good. Yeah, we're ready to transition. She is anyhow.
No, you're good. You're good. I love it. So the good thing, man, is you have a game plan. A lot of homeowners don't. Now, help me out here, Gil. I'm looking real quick on the online, and I know it can't be correct for this neighborhood. They're trying to tell me that this house is like 2,700 square foot. Do you know what the actual square footage is?
Yeah, it's a big house, dude, for what's out here. Yeah, I mean, that's probably with that room addition in the back that was existing.
Okay. Is that
Yeah,
all
it's a
under
big
air?
house. Yeah, everything was under air, like I said, except for that room's down now.
Okay.
they got to be including the garage on that aspect too, because we got 4 bedrooms. There's 3 actual bedrooms, and one was turned into a bedroom in the back. And at that time, we was going to extend out to the Florida room that was there, just enclose all that in, take one wall down, so you have a big old room going in through there where you can do whatever you want. Turn the carport into the garage, take that garage, you turn that into the master suite, you put the jacuzzi bathroom in there, the whole 9 yards. You know, that was their plans, because I do construction work. So
I was gonna say, man, you did all yourself?
oh yeah, we can do all that. I do concrete work. We tear down. I do block, stucco. We do a little bit of framing. And now we do windows, because I've replaced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We put 5 windows in the house since the storms. Picked them up at Lowe's, you know, about $240 a piece for the doggone things. But they're good windows, you know. But anyhow, they're in. We put them in after the storms.
Gotcha. And then when you did all this work, boss, did you pull any permits for this or anything like that, or is this kind of just like a homegrown project?
Well, we didn't have to pull permits as long as we were doing a window at a time.
Sure.
If we came in to do the whole house, and we had to get the permit to check on that one aspect. Now the wall taken down wasn't taken down because I never got around to that aspect of because I went over to the Bahamas to do that concrete work, and then when I got back, it was already down. The whole room was down in the back. I said, well, let's just go ahead and block it in. I said, we lay block out back. So I started saving up to the block to get the back.
On the county, it says it's 1,400 square foot.
Block out there to come pretty close to blocking up that in the back if they decide to put the truss roof.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 'Cause I see a lot of different dimensions here on the county appraiser for different kind of rooms, but it looks like maybe when originally it was like closer to 1,400, but you've had some add-ons over the time.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So Gil, what's kind of been the turning point? I see here you guys are going through foreclosure. What do you even owe on this house?
We owed $70,000.
70,000. Okay. And that's the payoff with the new mortgage and everything, like with all the attorneys fees and everything?
I haven't called them up. I was going to call them up when we got back. We just came back from a vacation. So I was going to give them a call later on today and see because they give you so much for a payoff, and it's only good for so many weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was going to call just to see if it's increased any.
Okay, gotcha. And then what do you think, Gil, you know, because you're a handyman yourself, and I'm sure you know numbers, what do you think the house is worth after you put some renovations into it and get it up to speed?
Well, if you put the renovations in it, and if you do, I'm saying you should be able to, I'm guessing around 225.
225. And what do you think it costs to do everything?
It depends what aspect of roofing. It depends, you know, what contractor you're going to get to do the roofing system. I know we can get the materials, because I want to go with a steel roof instead of shingles myself.
Sure.
Lasts longer, and it's easier for me to install a steel roof than it is a shingle roof myself. But anyhow, I mean, the materials for that was like $3,800 for materials.
Okay.
So, you know, I mean, you get the roof done for under $7,000 if you want to put $4,000 in it for labor. But the inside of the house, you're gonna have to do a new kitchen, and that's again, it's gonna determine, what type of, I do concrete, so I would do concrete countertops.
Okay, I like it.
So that's what I would do there. I cut a hole in the wall between the room now that goes into the garage, and I just make my doorway right there, put my bathroom in right there. So I'll cut the concrete down to where the sewer line is and bring me some sewer pipe. Get me, and all you need to put up some furring strips on the block walls, some T11 insulation, and some sheetrock there, and we're good there.
Okay.
The carport out front's got column pads with the posts, so you don't have to do no footings. So you just go ahead and put up your framed wall, and that's just me. I'd put a frame wall in there.
Okay.
It's less weight than block would have to be up. You'd have to definitely put footing in for that. Even though there's no weight on top of the block itself, there's still the weight of the block on the concrete.
Okay. And then Gil, I'm looking at the street view, and again, sometimes it's not always accurate, but it looks like you still got like a tarp on the roof and stuff like that.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. There's tarp on the roof.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I got to go back up there and put another one back on.
Is it leaking in the house?
We got one spot that leaks, and that's where I'm going back up to put the tarp back on.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm sure you guys are ready to kind of have a fresh start in a house that maybe doesn't have as much repairs.
We're actually looking at maybe a condo or something that's going to be
nice. Okay.
No maintenance, low maintenance anyhow.
You gonna stay in Ocala?
No, we're actually heading out to the East Coast.
Okay, I love it. And real quick, Gail, I see a window unit. It looks like it's got some like red duct tape all over it on that front window outside towards the road. You got central AC, or did you just add these window units as well?
I put the windows units as well.
Okay.
We had an issue with the pump on the AC unit in the back, and I haven't got around to checking it out or have my friend come over. He worked for an AC company, but
okay,
haven't had it checked out. Chances are you're going to have to revamp all that.
Correct.
Because I haven't had a new system put in, God knows how long. So 9 times out of 10, of course, if you're going to do a remodel and you're going to put a new AC unit and heater in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for me, Gil, I've been doing this for almost 13 years, for a very long time, and my goal for me is like, if it doesn't work out for you and me, I prefer not to do the deal, and I'd probably guide you to that 140 offer. Mainly, Gil, because not only do I look at like what the numbers I could pay for, but I look at what other my competition's paying. There's one. Right. There's actually 2 on 34th Street, similar size. They got some additions in the back as well. One sold for $95, and the other one sold for $110.
Wow, yeah, that's not going to happen. Might have to do the retention program with the mortgage company then. The lady called up on Dad once was to send her bank statements in for retention,
sure,
so his wife can sign on the mortgage of the loan. But there's still, you still got to fix the roof. You know what I mean? Still work to be done. So, but then, so then 149 would be a good offer, is what you're saying?
149?
Yes, sir. We got an offer for 149. I wish I had the name of the company that did that.
Is it in writing, Gil?
What's that? No, it's not in writing.
Yeah. So, do you know anything about that company? Like, are they local or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Just information he got. He left his phone number, and he said, somebody goes higher, give me a call back.
Well, Gil, I mean, honestly, I'd probably push you that way, man. Like, for us, like I said, I have my numbers pretty ironed out. I'd probably be in that ballpark of what the other investors are paying. Maybe I can outbeat them just a tiny bit. But I think, like, even like you and I said, like, if the house is worth $225 and, I list it with the realtor and I got to pay fees when I do those stuff, I'd probably maybe get like 190 to 200. And I think you and I agree that it's going to need some money in this house. And,
right
so like, I am an investor. I'm trying to make a profit, but Gil, between you and me, man, I'd probably be around like 105.
I got you. All right. Well, I'm writing your number down anyhow.
Of course.
Just in case something falls out with this guy here. At least I got your number here. What's popping? and then I can give you a call back.
Yeah, and just do me a favor, Gil.
Yes,
Write
sir.
down all my information. Let me know when you have a pen and paper ready.
Hang on 1 second. All right. Go ahead, boss.
All right, boss. It is 407 341
Okay.
01.
That's 407-341-01.
That is correct, boss. And again, my name is Anthony,
Anthony.
and my company is Quick Cash Offer, right here based in Orlando, boss. Come hang out whenever you want. But most importantly, Gil mentioned our conversation to Lorraine. I'm sure she's going to want to hear a little bit about it.
Gotcha.
I can't wait all the time. That's the only bad part, Gil. We are family-owned business here. I do buy a lot of properties, so my capital does get tied up. I am going to be looking at a couple appointments this week, and I could probably buy maybe 2 more houses before Wednesday of next week. So I know it's 4th of July coming up. So if anything does change, get back to me sooner, Gil, because the worst thing that could happen is you do call me back, and I just can't do anything.
Your funds. I got you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. And before I let you go, man, how do we feel about the 105? It didn't sound like you hated it.
I'm just looking at it. 105. That's I mean, that's what you can do. That's what you can do.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not. It's not my house. It's her house. She'll make the final decision, and I will work with whatever she decides to do. You know what I'm saying? If it's 105 and it's, once I call tonight and find out what the payoff's going to be, then I can deduct that from the 105 and let her know, look at this where you stand if you take this offer.
Gotcha.
And until this other cat, I'm going to call him back and, but I'm still got like 2 other calls to come in. So, and then I'm going to call him back and say, hey, look at this, what, boom, boom, boom. He's still offering this. If he is, then, anybody's going to go with the 149.
Okay.
But, if he's bullshitting and that's the case, then, next one in line, I'm going to call them and say, okay, boom, boom, boom.
Sure.
And I'll work my way down to the person that's actually telling the truth on what they're going to pay.
Gotcha.
That's what it sounds like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Like you said, if it ain't on paper, then they know.
Yeah, man, exactly.
It's where a handshake was a contract. Nowadays, you got to get it in writing.
100%, man. And there's other stuff I'd have you watch out for. We don't have to go all into that, but let me ask you this, Gil. Would it be ridiculous if I sent you guys a purchase agreement with the 105 and like holding it until that Wednesday before it expires?
It ain't gonna hurt.
Okay. Can I get your email, boss?
Yeah, it's Next Generation Concrete.
Okay.
The number 2 at yahoo.com.
Okay, boss. Well, I'll send it over. It's going to come from Quick Cash Offer, and I will put a notice on there with the property address. But again, it will expire by that Wednesday. But yeah, just keep me in mind, boss. Even if you guys have questions in regards to the market, or if you want me to look at any other purchase agreements, we're local. My brother's also a real estate agent, so we want to make sure that you're protected as well, even if you don't go with us. And we will go from there, Gil. And is there anything else I could service you with today?
No, sir. Thank you for the call back, Anthony.
Thanks, Gil. And then tell Lorraine I said hi, and if she needs to call me, absolutely, I'd love to talk to you guys some more.
Gotcha. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Gil.
Killer. I thought he's coming back.
Oh, yeah. I told you it was mine. I literally said it before he called back. Ocala is mine.
He's coming back. I always tell people with that like 149, I don't talk shit on him, but I'd be like, honestly, sir, if I'm seeing this and I know how people make money in this business and that guy's offering that, he's honestly going to send you a piece of paper, then come to your house and knock you down lower to what I offered you.
Facts. All day.
All day.
That was a good
and
call.
I thought that was a great call, bro. I love the urgency that you created with the Wednesday. I need to start with that family-owned business. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that to like increase that urgency, and it doesn't sound like you're a big corporation.
Correct.
What else did I have in that? I would say I'd want to get both decision makers on the phone if possible. I wouldn't want to give out the numbers. That's the one thing that freaks me out about those situations. I don't like giving out the numbers to the non-decision maker, but they
Correct.
are married. They've been married for 17 years,
28.
right? 28. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that one's smooth.
So I do like I don't like to give that too, but like I said, the same thing. 28 years. He mentioned Lorraine. Maybe she comes back in 15 minutes, whatever. But I try to really emphasize like, hey, when Lorraine comes, call me back. Like,
yeah.
And it's in her name. I looked up on county. It's literally her name. It's probably her mom that passed away that she inherited and all that shit. So
Yeah, but that's a deal.
that's a deal. Yeah.
That's a deal. You want to do
That's
one
okay.
more, or are you done? You tapping?
My daughter's in jujitsu. My wife's blowing me up. But we can have a couple more minutes so we can talk, get
All right.
comments, whatever you want.
Guys, did you have any questions about that? I thought Q crushed that one. And most of your leads aren't going to be like absolute laydowns. Some of them are. But like that one was a solid call.
Yep.
This man has to sell.
Yeah.
They're old. They don't want to keep living in, for lack of a better word, squalor. Like they're going to need to do something, bro. The roof's caving in.
The house is leaking.
The house is leaking. I don't know who the fuck offered him 149. That one is just absolutely crazy to me.
Oh, for sure. And it's a weird hodgepodge. Imagine I go in that house. It's a hoarder house. He's got weird layouts, probably functionally obsolete. Like it's going to be bananas. I actually do own a couple of rentals out there. And I at 105, I could probably move that deal 120 on the low end. I'd probably say 115 on the low end, 120, 125 on the higher end. If I can really justify 225 as an ARV. It's a decent rental market out there, surprisingly enough. You can probably get $1,700 to $1,900 a month for that. So
really,
yeah, mine right now is rented out for $1,650, and I've had that for 4 years, and it's smaller.
Yeah. I had it at $65,000 in rehab, probably based off what they said.
Yeah,
and that would be on the low end, just depending, because you got probably $5,000 in trash out on top of that.
Yeah, the house is jacked up. So most likely I would contract that. I have an MLS clause. I'd probably put that on the MLS for $130. See what happens.
And so you just throw it up on the MLS in there, and you tell them.
Yes and no. It's in the pre-marketing clause, so I go over the contracts with them, and it states in there that hey, if I don't buy it, this will go to somebody else. We just try to have all extra strategies to guarantee you that the 105 is net to you. Because the last thing I would want to do, Stratton, is back out. So. And then one thing to look at too, like, so one thing I look at.
So do they sign a POA when they're signing with you?
No, there's no POA on it because I'm not trying to do innovation. I'm not going to take any repairs. I'll just have it listed with an agent that we use. And then he's trained to teach them how to do assignments. So we'll convert it. We only want cash investors. They'll say cash only, got to close quick, do your inspections prior. But the good thing about this house is if you look on that market, and I'm just on Zillow, and you look at what's available, let's see. The cheapest house you can buy in Ocala within like a 2-mile radius is 139. So for me, anything under 139,
it's gonna pick.
should sell and should be a deal. So, and that would be my pitch when I dispo it is like, hey, buy this deal for 115. It's the cheapest thing you can get in the whole 3-mile radius. Yeah. And that typically sells a lot of deals for me.
But bro, we got to do this again.
Sure.
If you quit ducking me, you know, like if you guys didn't know, I've been trying to pin down Q for 2 months.
He has been.
And he's the one who said, let's do this together. And then I hit him up, and then I had to pin him down. I had to call his brother, tell his brother to tell him to pick up his phone. Then I had to blow up his phone, but we got him. The power follow-up.
That's because I'm a daily operator, guys. I'm in my office every day. I'm addicted to it.
Awesome, bro. Where can people find out more about you?
Man, social media, Q the Closer everywhere, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I'm big on online presence. I'm very rapid response. So if you guys need me, DM me. I'm free to help. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not trying to be on a stage, but if we can do deals together, make money together, it's really all I care about. And
guys, don't forget to go get your LeadZolo leads, because we had some great calls, solid calls with those. Get LeadZolo.com. Cody, I don't know if Cody's still on the call. His team will take care of you. LeadZolo is amazing. I love using them. They provide us great leads. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bang, bang.
Peace.
Adios.